Say Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahushai, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahushai, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahushai. First and foremost, I want to give our praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, double honors to the apostles and the elders who roll a great millstone, and a blessed sanitation to the Akiums, the folk and the earth to push in the gospel in sincerity and truth. Shalom. This evening, I'll cover the next lesson to feed the elect, the nation of Israel, the 144,000, the one-third men, women, and children. You know, this Dr. Peter Gore, I think it's Gore Jai, you know, saying that pharmacy pills, pharmaceutical pills, is the third leading killer after heart disease and cancer. You know, he say, you know, so these pills have a lot of side effects. You know, and these pills kill how much? Can't remember how much thousand a year. You know, in America alone, right? You just mentioned America alone, but this is worldwide. These pharmaceutical pills doing damage worldwide, right? So let's let this video run to edify the church. Get some value.
Doctors. So this is an effective. My name is Peter Gurja. I'm the director of the Nordic Cochrane Center in Copenhagen and professor of research design and analysis at the University of Copenhagen. 2 years ago, I found out that our prescription drugs are the third leading cause of death after heart disease and cancer. Our drugs kill around 200,000 people in America every year, and half of these people die while they do what their doctors told them. So they die because of the side effects. The other half die because of errors. And
over 200,000 per year die of a side effect and after the errors from what the doctor told them. You know, they put trust in man. The scripture say in Jeremiah 17:5, "Cursed be the man that trusted in man." So there's over 200,000 of you so-called Negroes, Latins, and Native American Indians die because taking these pills, and die from side effect and the errors of the doctors. And it's just America alone he's speaking about. What about worldwide? People dying. What about in the Caribbean islands here where we dwell? You know, people dying. What about Asia and all these places? You know, West Africa, South Africa, you know, you name it, South America, North America, you know, people dying from these side effects and these pills, right? I got a quick precept that is Jeremiah 17, Jeremiah 17:5. It says Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 5, he said, "Thus said the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, cursed be the man that trusted in man, and make it flesh his harm." When you make flesh your harm, you're going to be cursed, right? "And whose heart departed from the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai." When your heart depart from the Most High, you commit evil against the Most High. You know, if you departed from your power, who creates you, who give you life and strength, you know, you depart from me. And that's how we get this disease in our body. You so-called Negroes, Latin, Native American, when we sin against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Deuteronomy 28 and 59 going down. It says if we don't keep these laws, we can have all these plagues. That's why we sick in our body, because we sin against the Most High, and no pill can heal us. It's only the Most High can heal we. That's why we got to repent and turn back to the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Speaking to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Right?
It's often the doctors that make the errors, because any drug may come with 20, 30, or 40 warnings, contraindications, precautions, and so on. No doctor in the world knows about all this. So they give patients drugs that they should not have given them, that interact dangerously with other drugs or food items or so on. And then the patients die. That's the other half. So the other thing I found out 2 years ago was that much of what the drug industry does fulfills the criteria for organized crime in U.S. law. and they behave in many ways like the mafia does. They corrupt everyone they can corrupt. They have bought every type of person, even including ministries of health in some countries. So there's a huge amount of corruption. In my country, for example, Denmark, we are regarded as having very little corruption, but yet we have thousands of doctors on industry payroll, although we are just 20,000 doctors. So this is an effective kind of corruption. The drug industry buys the professors first, then chiefs of department, then other chief physicians and so on. They don't buy junior doctors. So when several thousands are on industry payroll, it's really, really bad. And that's why.
Yeah, there's the elites of this world. There's their agenda, you know. Although they're destroying you, Jakes, they're still making money, right? This is Micah chapter 2 verse 1. He said, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds." Yeah, the device iniquity, you know, and working evil on the bed. There's with the thing 24/7, because they are the wicked. So they think evil device 24/7 to destroy you, Jakes, you so-called Negroes, Latin, Native American, Indian, right? Woe to them that devise iniquity. So the Most High said, woe to them, destruction to you devils, right? Woe to them that devise iniquity and worketh evil upon their beds, and when morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hands. Yeah, the elite of this world, they are the king of this world. Charlie Rockefeller, the banking family, is they who run this. You know, they is who organize all this crime. That's why the man said that is a crime. That is a crime, right? These devils, right? And next precept before this video run. This is Job. You know, these devils. You know, where you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indian need to repent and turn back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. This is Job 13:4. But ye are forgers of lies. This is these doctors, the banking family, the elite of this world. They are forgers of lies, you so-called white people. They are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value. They are physicians of no value. They are doctors of no value, because they giving you pills with an X amount of side effect, and pills upon pills. You know, and these people dying by these side effects, and people dying after these doctors' errors. You know, they are physicians of no value. That's why you go back to Jeremiah 17:4. Chorus be the man that put his trust in man. Right?
I wrote my book, Deadly Medicines and Organized Crime, how Big Pharma has corrupted healthcare. I hope to convince patients not to take so many drugs, because so many die from the drugs they take. In my country, people take so many drugs that every single citizen can be in treatment with 1.5 drugs from they are born till they die. This is incredible, and drugs are not that helpful, and they kill very many of us. We know that. That's why drugs are the third major killer after heart disease and cancer. So what we need.
Yeah, so drugs don't help, and drugs is the third largest killer after cancer and heart disease. So he tell you plain, the drugs don't help. The drug is kill, right? This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 38. Verse 4, he said, the Lord Yahweh had created medicine out of the earth. Medicine out of the earth. Right? And he that is wise will not abhor them. He that is wise not to take himself away from the medicine from the earth. He can use it. He can use the medicine of the earth to heal his disease. Yeah, so pray and fast to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai to get healed. Because the water Yahweh Hashem Yahushai will heal you too. Not the pharmaceutical pills.
coming years is to take far fewer drugs than what we do currently. If we did that and we were careful, then we could live longer and live better lives. Because drugs have many side effects, and patients often don't realize that when they become worse, that it could be a side effect of the drug, which they continue taking because that's what their doctors tell them. So when I was a specialist in internal medicine, what I very often did was that I stopped a lot of drugs, particularly in elderly people. And it's quite revealing to see a bedridden elderly person come into your ward, and when you stop the drugs, I mean, that person becomes many years younger. And many of these drugs affect the brain, and old people tolerate that very, very badly. They fall, and when they break a hip, a quarter of them die. And for example, antidepressant drugs are used in more than 10% of our elderly. And they seem to kill 3% of them every year. I mean, if 100 old people take an antidepressant for 1 year, 3% of them will die because they fall and break their hip. This is a huge death rate. So a lot of other drugs than antidepressants also make people fall and kill them. And they may affect your cognition, your memory, and all these things. And then they interact in ways that we know almost nothing about. Very many elderly, they take more than 5 drugs a day. And we actually don't know how these drugs interact with each other. What we do know is that all drugs have many effects in the body, and some of them interact also in their metabolism, so that you can get a too high concentration of a drug if you take other drugs simultaneously. So we make a lot of harms that we don't even recognize. I have a pretty colorful collection of things people have called me during all these years. And sometimes journalists have asked me, why do you always look up controversy? And my reply is, I don't. Controversy looks me up. Because it's not popular to tell the truth in healthcare. You will get a lot of enemies. Because a lot of people make money on false premises. Doctors and industry alike. And our drug regulators and our politicians, they are on board on this wagon. So very few people are independent of money in healthcare. And of course, my name is Peter Gurjai.
Yeah, so the Peter Gurjai, I don't know if I pronounce his name correct. He bring it clear out. He tell what these devils be doing. Yeah, these devils set up this thing so that you can destroy you jakes with these pharmaceutical pills. We're killing you jakes, right? This is Psalms 104 verse 14. He said he caused the grass to grow for the cattle, and herbs for the service of man. So the herbs are the herbs of the ground, and the earth is the service for man. It's to serve the man, to nourish his body, right? That he may bring forth food out of the earth, right? So the herbs is to service the man, right? Let's say go back into go back into Ecclesiasticus chapter 38 and verse 4. He said the Most High create medicine from out of the earth, right? And he that is wise will not abhor them. You understand? Right? So the Most High create the herbs to the service of man, right? Now no pharmaceutical pills. This is why when you trust in these devil, you're gonna die. When you trust in these devil, right? This is Psalms 103 verse 3. Because when we sin against the Most High, these the Most High plagued with disease in our body, and we sin against Him. That's why we gotta turn back to the Most High and pray to the Most High, fast, repent, fast and pray to the Most High to heal us. This is Psalms 103 verse Psalms 103 verse 3. He said, "Who forgiveth all iniquities? Who healeth all disease?" The Most High. Right? The Most High. When we go back to Deuteronomy chapter 28, from verse 59 going down, the Most High tells we if we don't do, we say, He's gonna plague us with this disease. Right? You're gonna plague us. Right? Our forefathers never used to go to no hospital and go to no doctor. They used to use the herbs of the land, or to pray and fast to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Right? This is 2 Kings chapter 20 verse 1. In those days was Ezekiel sick unto death, and the prophet Isaiah the son of Amos came to him and said unto him, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, set thy house in order, for thou shalt die and not live. Verse 2. Then he turned his face to the wall and prayed unto Yahweh, saying, verse 3, I beseech thee, O Lord Yahweh, remember now how I have walked before thee in truth and with a perfect heart, and have done that which is good in thy sight. And Ezekiel wept sore. Verse 4. And it came to pass, afore Isaiah was gone out into the middle of the court, that the word of the Lord Yahweh came to him, saying, verse 5, Turn again and tell Ezekiel, the captain of my people, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, the power of David, thy father, I have heard thy prayers, I have seen thy tears, behold, I will heal thee. The Most High is going to heal Ezekiel. The Most High will heal you. You gotta fast and pray to the Most High. The Most High words, taking heed to the Most High word. This was heal us. Not no pharmaceutical pills. The Most High words. Right? Verse 5, Turn again and tell Ezekiel, the captain of my people, Thus said the Lord Yahweh, the power of David thy father, I have heard thy prayers, I have seen thy tears, behold, I will heal thee. On the third day thou shalt go up unto the house of the Lord Yahweh. Verse 6, And I will add unto thy days 15 years, and I will deliver thee and this city out of the hands of the king of Assyria, and I will defend this city for my own sake and for my servant David's sake. And Isaiah, verse 7, and Isaiah said, Take a lump of figs, and they take and they took and laid and they took and lay it on the boils, and he recovered. So they take a fig, a bunch of fig, and put it on the boils, and he recover the. And also, basically, it's Yahweh Hashem Yahushua heal him. So you so-called Negroes, Latino, Native American, Indian need to come off the pills, need to repent and turn back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And with that, who was edifying, we want to give our praises and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Double honors to the apostles and the others who rule a great millstone, and a blessed sanitation to the Akims and the folk on the earth who pushing the gospel and sincerity in truth. Shalom.